So sometimes you may be in an examination hall, or maybe you have an exam and then you are there, your period starts, or you have an interview, a job interview, or you're supposed to be in an occasion or somewhere, and then the great disappointment happens. Your period starts and then you don't know what to do. You find out that you can't just function because your period just started, and then it is always a disaster for you to be able to do anything. So today I have decided that we are going to talk about period, your menstrual pain. So today I have decided that we talk about dysmenorrhea. Dysmenorrhea is nothing but that pain that you feel anytime you are in your period. That is anytime in your menstrual period. That is what we call dysmenorrhea. Now during dysmenorrhea, during your menstrual period, it always comes. You always have this pain, maybe 1 or 2 days during your period. Of course, you know that menstrual period always comes maybe 3 days, 4 days, or even 5 days, or 6 or more, depending on individual. Of course, we know that there are reasons why people have these differences. Of course, it's as a result of hormonal imbalance sometimes when there is a problem, and then sometimes it is important that we know the reason why so many things happens in our system that we are not aware of. So sometimes we just hear about menstrual pain and then we say it is normal. A lot of people suffer it. It is okay to suffer menstrual pain and all that. Are there things that we can do to avoid it? That is the question. Are there things that we can do in order not to have this pain that is always happening to every woman? Or maybe not every woman, because I know I have friends that are not having menstrual pain. Their period just come, they may even be in the market and it just starts and it just go on like that. So it happens to so many persons. And of course, I've heard that when a woman gives birth to a child, after that child, you don't have anything like menstrual pain anymore. It is not actually true for some women, because there are women that have children and they're still having children and they still have menstrual pain. So these things are the result of hormonal imbalance, which we are going to talk about today. So first of all, before we go into the remedies, the treatment options for menstrual pain, we are going to look at what are the causes, so that from the causes we'll be able to infer the solution and tell you what you're supposed to do whenever you have menstrual pain, so that we not be having a disappointment, especially when you have something like an examination. Believe you me, it has happened to me once and I never know what to do, although I was expecting the period the next day and it came a day before, and that day I was in the examination hall, and I must tell you, it was a disaster. So what are you supposed to do whenever you have this kind of problem? First of all, what are the causes of menstrual pain? One, we know that there is an hormone that is responsible for the release of this flow of blood from the woman. So first of all, during the menstrual flow, there is a contraction of the uterine that helps to expel the lining of your uterus. So this uterus contraction, there is something that is responsible for this trigger to occur, and that thing that is responsible for it is an hormone-like substance which is called the prostaglandin. Now, the prostaglandin is responsible for the contraction, and it is also responsible for that pain, that inflammation, to trigger that pain, the inflammation that you feel whenever you're having your menstrual pain. Now, it doesn't just occur like that, because high level of these prostaglandins is what is responsible for that pain that you have in your system. That is why I said that most of these things happens because of what? Hormonal imbalance. Now, are there other things that can cause any of these things? Another one is your lifestyle. I wanted to talk about this now last, but let's just go on with this. Another thing is your lifestyle. The sugar that you eat, the unhealthy teas that you drink, the thing that you enjoy, your ice cream, your donuts, the flour that you use in baking your food, your chin-chin, your puff-puff. You use white flour to bake all these things. You use white sugar to bake all these things, and these things result into hormonal imbalance. I have talked about fibroid and what are the causes, what causes fibroid, and how you can do away with them. So it is very, very important that you live a healthy lifestyle, which you're going to talk about later in the treatment options. So apart from lifestyle change, apart from lifestyle, what are other things? Another one is stress. We look at stress. Sometimes you may look at it, you say, it is normal. We say what a man can do, a woman can do better. Then you go ahead to do something that is supposed to be for a man. No, you are supposed to do that which is supposed to be for a woman, please, because your body, your hormones, your organs, they respond to these changes, and sometimes they see it as stress. That is why sometimes you want to stress yourself, you say you are exercising your body. You are not exercising. Stress and exercise are two different things which we cannot combine as one. So they are two different things. So you must check the kind of stress that you expose your body into. Another one is pelvic inflammatory disease. This is the infection of your fallopian tube or your ovary. Now, when these things happen, they result to you having pains whenever you are having your menstrual period. Now, another one can be as a result of fibroid, when there is growth around your womb. There are growths around there. That is what we call fibroid. And then this fibroid results into what is called, sometimes you start having that pain normal. Some don't have it. A lot of persons have that pain when they have fibroid. Other ones is the IUD that you use. That is intrauterine device that you use, which is also known as contraceptives. Those contraceptives that you take in order to prevent yourself from getting pregnant. This contraceptive is also responsible for you. Sometimes you see a woman, she's in her period and she's bleeding so much. You see a woman that she's in her period, she's having a lot of pains and she's restless. She doesn't know what to do. Sometimes the treatment option for you may be to exercise in order to relieve the pain. How do you exercise when you can't just function? So these are the things. So you need to consider what you are taking in, what you are considering for yourself before you go into them. Another one is endometriosis or adenomyosis. Is when womb tissues are growing in other places. I give you an example. Sometimes maybe you go to the lab and then they are confirmed that this woman, congratulations, so you are pregnant after a blood test. Then the doctor now recommend, my sister, you have to go to the lab and let us confirm that you are through. Let us run a scan to confirm that you are pregnant. And here you get there, they tell you, madam, we don't see anything. No, there is nothing there. We are not sure you are pregnant. Maybe you should go and come back. But please wait. There's something we just saw that we need to know. And then they tell you that something is growing. Something is growing somehow, but it's just not in your womb, but it's just somehow. But go and come back. As at that point, your mind should be telling you that there is a problem which needs to be addressed. So you have to book an appointment and then continue to see your doctor to help you be able to go through all of this. So that is not the topic for today. That is topic for another. So friends, what are the treatment options? Are there things that you can do in order to avoid having menstrual pain? Are there things that you can do in order to reduce this pain when it comes to a menstrual pain, so that you can function properly just the way you do in other days? First of all, we have to look into your lifestyle. What are the things you eat on a normal every day? You eat white sugar, processed things that are not good for the system. You take ice cream, you just want to eat it and eat it and eat it all. Please, you have to desist from that. I have made videos on sugar, made videos on healthy lifestyle, made videos on so many things that you need to do. Rather than taking all those unhealthy foods that are not good for your system, for your hormones, for your organs, please switch to fruits and vegetables. It helps a lot. Sometimes in the morning I wake up, I just take cucumber and avocado, and that's it. That's breakfast. You understand? So sometimes you don't actually need all those sugar that you take that are not healthy for your system, for your body. You just take something that is very, very healthy, that helps even your body, your skin, your face, your life. You help it to glow, and then you look healthy. Another one is this: whenever you're having your menstrual pain, you can apply heat. So get something, maybe a sachet water, put it inside the container, boil inside the pot, boil it together, then get a towel, wrap around it and place it under your abdomen. place it on your stomach area, at your back, just to help release that contraction, the muscle contraction, so that the blood can flow easily without stressing you, without you feeling that pain. You just place it. It happens sometimes even when a woman is having contraction at the hospital. These are remedies, these are options that they give to women to help them release, to help the contraction go easily, so that they can relieve them a bit. Apart from that, you can actually exercise your body. If you can exercise your body a little while during the month, it is also very important that you know the kind of things that you eat. That is your lifestyle. Please know the kind of food that you consume, because all these things accumulate. In the end, they are poor results. That is when you have a problem. Do away with all these things. Switch over to a healthy lifestyle, to live healthy. This is very, very important. What are other things? Now, there is something that is important that I tell you before I move on. When you go to the hospital, you complain to your doctor, "Doctor, I'm having pains, I don't know what to do, and the pain is getting too much and I'm restless." And then the doctor will tell you you don't have a problem. They recommend pain reliever for you, paracetamol, ibuprofen, and Felvin for you. Most of us, we take Felvin. But why are my videos so important to you today? Is because we are talking about how we can help to stop and reduce the use of this drug. I told you that most of these drugs are what? Medicine. So, they are poisons. So you need to watch it and then stop, and if possible, completely remove yourself from taking it. I said your food is your medicine. Your food, the food you consume today, is what is going to stand for you as medicine. Now, you go to the hospital, they recommend Felvin, they recommend, Avedon is here, paracetamol, I recommend ibuprofen. Have you checked the side effects? Now, let me give you an example. I work in a lab, and then in the lab, I am supposed to work on liver damage or liver function test, and maybe I'm giving a plant, or I'm giving something to work on to see how, if this can respond to this liver, if in the end of this research. Now, it is a research, and I'm supposed to give my results. Now, what are my studies? I need to get something that I can, animal or not human being. You don't use human. Normally we use rat. So you try to give the rat something that can damage the liver. Now, I give that rat, what I give the rat is what? Paracetamol. That paracetamol can actually go and damage the liver of that rat. Does that ring a bell to you? That when you take, there's a dosage of paracetamol that you take, and it will damage your liver. We are just eating something, killing ourselves without knowing it. So when you take paracetamol, you feel like, yes, you are taking something, but you forgot the metabolism of paracetamol, that it is predominant in the liver. And then when the rat takes this paracetamol, the rat's liver becomes damaged, and then I start my treatment option, and that is it. Now, we talk about ibuprofen. Ibuprofen has its own side effects. So ibuprofen can lead to stomach bleeding or intestinal bleeding. Now, is this something that, if it is healthy for you to take, it will not lead you into any side effect, any negative side effect? This is what I used to recommend for people, and I also use it for myself. Now, after I got married, I have a baby. I had a baby, and was expecting that when my period comes, I will not have any pain. But it is not true. In fact, that day, the day it came, I was literally rolling on the ground here. My husband, I was grateful he was here to help out, because I couldn't. My husband was like, "You don't need to take a drug, you don't need to take this." I didn't take nothing. Normally in Nigeria, before I moved here, I used to take Felvin, but because of the side effects, I had to stop it. And then he was here, he saw how it was. He said, "Thank God I didn't go to work today. I thank God that." So it was so bad. That experience 2 hours before I took him for my second baby, it was something else. But there is an option for you. There's something that you can do. I think that was before. I used to do it in Nigeria before, but when I came here, I have not found out where I can buy them. That was why I could not do it that day. Now, this is what I do. When you get Zobo, the hibiscus, get it, a reasonable amount of it. Get ginger, get garlic. If you don't like garlic, you can leave that one, but if you can, add it to it. Get your pineapple. The same way you prepare zobo, we prepare zobo in Nigeria. That is how the same way you are going to do it. So you get your pineapple, the back, you cut it out. Please, no sugar, no addictive. It is very, very important. So when you, after preparing your zobo, you add the pineapple back and then let it sit, cook it for some time. The last thing you're going to add will be your ginger and your garlic. Now, ginger has the ability to relieve you of those pain that you may be feeling, of those pain that may cause you restlessness. So, but you are not going to start drinking it. Remember that when you're having your period, you're not supposed to be drinking so much water. So you are not supposed to even take tea when you have, because it will make you to want to go to toilet to ease yourself every now and then. So you're going to take that when you start taking it a week before your period, so that before the period comes, all the pain would have gone. The ginger would have treated all the pain that is supposed to. Try as much. You may feel like it, you don't like the taste, but please, if you try it, you're going to like it, and then you're going to love it, and you're going to come back to say thank you for this option. This is what I have for you today. Menstrual pain is not like it is not possible to do away with it. If you have fibroids, watch my other videos. You will see the video I made on fibroid and what to do if you're suffering from fibroid, so that you can actually do away with fibroid also. Now, if you're having issue with stress, please, you have to try to reduce that just to get yourself fine. Now, if you have problem with ulcer, we're going to be talking about ulcer, amenorrhea, and so many other topics. Diabetes, so many other topics that are still left that I'll still going to talk about. So I think in my next video, maybe ulcer or amenorrhea or diabetes, anyone. But please keep tuning to my page, keep tuning to this channel, share the video if it's helpful for you, share with your friends, so that your friend can recommend your friends and other people will also watch it, and then it will be recommended for others to save lives. I know that this message may not have heard it this way before, but today you are hearing it. Don't just hear and keep it. So somebody may say, I'm a man, I'm not a woman. What is my business with menstrual pain? My dear, you have a girlfriend, you may have a sister, you may have a fiancé, you may be married. You are supposed to be there for the person. You don't even know where this video is going to help you tomorrow. So don't conclude that, why should I waste my MB, my data, to watch this video when I'm not a woman? It is not about you. It is about your environment. It is about your community. It is about the society where you find yourself, and then those people that need your help. So you must be there to help them out in times like this, because when it happens, you may not even know what to do, how to help the person out. But these are treatment options that we have brought out today that are very, very helpful and wonderful, and I believe that it's going to help people that are suffering from any kind of pain to be able to get themselves out of it. As you keep sharing and keep tuning to my channel, I believe God will bless you. Thank you so much. I remain Chinwendo.